Hi and welcome to today's video tutorial on how to set up the recording configuration for your cameras. So after you've added your cameras, you got to set up the schedule, when they will record, whether they will record based on an event or whether they'll just continuously record. And I'm just going to cover those two. There's other ways of recording that are a little more advanced, but this is just so we can get you guys up and running. We'll cover the advanced stuff in later videos. So currently I'm in the recording configuration page. Let me show you how to get there. So from the main window, go ahead and go to the menu. And then you want to go to recording configuration in that menu window. All right, and then it's going to take you to the recording configuration window. So here, the first page tells us, setting up this schedule, whether you want it to be an event-based, continuous POS for POS-enabled devices and that sort of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and select continuous and highlight the whole week for continuous. So right now, my camera in this schedule will record at all times. Right, then I would just click apply. If you have more cameras than just the one, and in most cases you should, you can click the copy button on the bottom here and select which channels you want to copy that schedule to. So if you're doing a similar schedule for multiple cameras, you can copy it to them. Also, you can have different grids set up to different eight different event type or recording type set up. So I can do, this time that, depending on what you're doing, and even have an area of like no recording, which, is something that happens out there. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the whole thing, go back to where we were used to. And then you're able to select channels and do one per channel if you need to do different schedules. Maybe you're setting it up different per camera. All right, once you do that, now the camera's recording schedule is enabled, so the camera will start recording in the default recording settings or recording quality. So the next step you want to do, go to recording quality here and set that up. So just to let you know, the recording stream is the main stream. You can set it up to be the substream. Right, but in most cases, you're going to use mainstream for what you're recording. The first option here, stream type, there'll be another option there that says video and audio. So if your camera supports audio, you'll see video and audio, so you can record audio also from the camera. Now that's given the camera has a mic built in or a mic connected to it and that sort of thing. All right, the next thing here is the resolution, so you can choose between the resolution options here. This camera is a 3 meg, so 3 megapixel. So I'm choosing the 3 megapixel option. All right, I can take that camera and record at a lower resolution, just so you know. All right, the bitrate type, I usually leave that at variable, so the system can adjust depending on the bitrate cap you set here, max bitrate here. All right. Video quality. So the higher the quality, the less compression you're adding to the camera, which means you're throwing a larger bit rate at the recorder, which therefore also turns to be larger storage size requirements. So based on what you calculated the system for, set that up properly. So in this case, I'll just go to high. This would be the highest. All right, the next thing to do is set up the frame rate. So depending on what you calculated again, or how you set up this system, you would choose a different frame rate based on that. So most cases, 15 frame rates is what I'm seeing nowadays. Full frame rate is also possible, but that would require a lot of storage. So a lot of people just stick with 15 frames per second, right? If you leave it under general, you're able to select presets here for the bitrate mode, if you select customize, you're able to enter your own bitrate. Usually the recommended bitrate is fine. So in this case, it's telling you anywhere from 3,840 to 6,400 kilobits. So let's go set it to 4,096 kilobits, which equals to 4 megabits per second. All right, the next thing you want to choose here is the video encoding. So if your NVR supports different encoding types like JPEG or H.265, you can use that. And so, you know, different compressions will change the bit rate of the camera. So that could even be more storage or less storage you'll need. Okay. And then the last thing you can do, it'll tell you here if you want to record audio. Enable H.264 plus, just so quick little rundown on what that is. It's a proprietary compression from Hikvision that we added a lot of features to the H.264 compression to make it a little more efficient for video surveillance. So if your camera is capable of H.264 plus, I would recommend turning that on to save some storage. And or, you know, if you calculated based on this compression, we'll definitely turn it on, or else you're gonna have you're not gonna have enough storage because you calculated based on a more efficient compression. All right, so once you have that set up, go ahead and click apply. So if you notice, my event side is not allowing me to select anything. So pretty much I won't be able to record based on event unless I switch it over here in the calendar or the schedule. Right, the next thing you want to look at is the substream. This is what you would be streaming to your client PCs and those clients. So what you want to do is select the appropriate resolution. So in substream, the max resolution is 4CIF. So lower resolution, you can even change the frame rate. And this is in order to save bandwidth, right? So when you're streaming over the internet or over a network that doesn't have a lot of bandwidth, you want to stream a lower resolution, lower bit rate, right? Less frame rate, maybe a little more frame rate, but a lower resolution to keep the bit rate down. Right, the next tab here, record, is just for event-based recording. You can record 5 seconds before and after and that sort of thing. And then if you're doing like a capture, you can set that up there. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video on how to set up the recording configuration for your cameras. If you're wondering more about the motion detection, we will cover what we call our event-based recording or analytics on another video. So stay tuned for that. All right, thank you so much.